armed with a camera in one hand and a passport in the other. Join us as we seek out the sights, taste the food, check out the wildlife and battle language barriers in our quest for adventure. My name is David Pustansky and this is my girlfriend Rachel Jayne. And we are jet-lagged and loving it. So we are in Cardiff Bay, we are here in Wales for WWE Clash at the castle, where Drew McIntyre will try to bring home some British pride against Roman Reigns, the WWE Undisputed Universal Heavyweight Champion of the world. And Rachel isn't interested in that, so we're at the Parliament building. So yeah, there we see Welsh Parliament. How's that pronounced? Cymru, you said, right? Cymru. So Senad Cymru.
Senate Cymru.
It is definitely Cymru.
It's almost like in America, it's the Senate.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So here we can see inside the Welsh Parliament building, and it's not quite as simple as the two opposing sides as in the English version. I'm not quite sure where in the different semicircles each side would sit. Rachel, tell us where we were.
I think we were at the Chicken Factory.
And what is that?
That's Penny Fan.
I beg your pardon? Where was that though? Brecon Beacons?
Yeah, well you didn't like going up the mountain.
No, I didn't. It looks more manageable now though.
Yeah, you could manage that.
So there really wasn't too much to see and do inside the Welsh Parliament building, but there was this art display from someone who is a Welsh artist and had created a cartoon, and these twirly things were cool, although they were a little bit disturbing. They weren't my favourite, and I can't tell you who the artist was, but we will see her come up on the video presently. This is some more of her artwork, and here we will see her on the screen any second now. I'm just getting the timing of this wrong, but 3, 2, 1. Here she is. No, that's Rachel. Okay, there she is. This is the woman. They've got some Welsh subtitles, which no one could read, but that's the person that drew those pictures, so good for her. This is what I was more interested in. I was glad to see that people were putting suggestions for what they'd really like to see happen in Wales. Fund Extreme Improv. Always stay extreme. But we are going to go to a Norwegian church, which I think crashed, like sort of got drifted up onto the shore here at Wales.
Okay.
So we are going to a Norwegian church though.
Excellent.
No, we are. That's what you told me. Don't make me look like the fool. But it's just over there. It's like very unimpressive. But there is like a Norwegian flag. Wasn't it the Norwegians that sort of crashed the helicopter at the beginning of the thing?
I don't know.
Oh, well, let's go find out. Woo! I didn't really look up or retain any of the history about this place, but there is a Norwegian church right on Cardiff Bay. And then there's this peculiar statue of a mermaid, or so they say it is. And I think there's something to do with that story about Oates who walked out into the snow in Antarctica or something and then just died. And the only reason I know about that is because of an episode of Red Dwarf. History. So we've just stopped to get some lunch, and we have got these. Oh, for God's sake. Right, so we've just stopped to get some pizza, and we have these nice Pizza Express pizzas. What's yours, Rachel?
Mine's ghost cheese.
And mine is American. And that is halloumi bites, apparently. So
It looks more like potato to me, but I'm optimistic that it will taste something.
I hope it's not just big croutons. Right, bon appetit. So the important thing is that there's this couple that keeps asking us to take photos, and we keep saying no, but they've been stalking us for hours and they keep coming up. Photo. Yeah, the ceiling is nice. Right, so we just saw Riddle, and Rachel's going to tell us about what she thought of it.
What, Riddle?
Yeah.
I thought it was the wrong guy. I thought it was the security guy. I was like, oh, is that him?
Yeah, he was bigger than Riddle though, so
Yeah.
to be fair. But currently we're in a castle. There isn't going to be a clash in this castle. Okay, I just misread something. I genuinely, not even trying to be jokey, read David, then I read ref, and I thought it said scrotum, but it says Scottorum. I thought it said David Ref Scrotum. Rachel, did you see this?
I'm still ignoring you.
A reality that Rachel couldn't ignore is that this castle, just like most other castles, was fairly boring. But this one did have Drew McIntyre, stood like a statue outside, waiting for the moment where he might finally meet me. Look, so there is Drew McIntyre, that man in black, next to the two women in white. Just so you can see, and I don't think I can zoom in this way. It's just Drew McIntyre on Jet Lagged and Loving It. Slam Jam Wrestling Show for life. A sad reality of my time in Cardiff is that as soon as I saw one of the famous professional wrestlers, I did just stand there gawping at them in wonderment and amazement, hoping for the chance to meet them. She walked up all these stairs, and then the women's champion walks by.
Oh, that was a woman.
Yes, why?
I was taking photos of the wrong person again.
Oh no, Rachel, for God's sake. Cool. So we're at the top of the castle now.
I need to take much longer after this.
Don't worry, you will.
You're safe there, aren't you?
Only a little bit.
Oh my god, have I got to go out there?
Baby, you're really good with heights. You parasailed down a building.
I was attached to a hot rod, it's fine.
Jesus. Well,
Give me a hand.
I'm going to need those photos of Bianca Belair just for that comment. So it's nice. Now, Rachel may not have been able to give me the photos of Bianca Belair because she took the photos of Bianca's security guy. But that didn't matter, because now we were at the top of the castle, this was the perfect opportunity to explain some wrestling to Rachel. See, now we're at the top of the castle. Down there is where we saw Bianca Belair. Down there is where we saw Drew McIntyre. If I point him out, he's still down there actually, just not posing for me. We also heard the Undertaker's gong. I really hope the Undertaker turns up tonight if he's coming away. Cooper? Riddle?
Oh, Riddle.
Oh my god. We just saw Hanging with Mr. Cooper. Right. Yeah, I'm sure. So, we saw Matt Riddle, otherwise known as Riddle. Do you know why he's called Riddle instead of Matt Riddle? Because his ex-girlfriend's making loads of accusations about him, so they realise that if they change his name just to Riddle, no one will be able to find him on the internet based on that.
Tom Riddle.
Exactly, or just like a riddle. So after hanging about the castle for a while, we finally saw that Drew was on the move. So naturally I went down to meet him, and as you'll see, he was really, really pleased to meet me.
Good luck, man. Good luck. There we go. Awesome.
Baby,
Did you get it?
I got it. Darling, were you impressed how super excited Drew was to meet me?
Yeah, he was desperate.
He was desperate to meet me. Like, just thinking about it, Drew McIntyre met me. Like, what is the chances? And he might become a world champion again today. So it's just like, you know, best day ever for Drew McIntyre. Me, it's just like, you know, an average Saturday. But, you know, you got to give stuff to the people of Scotland occasionally.
Where are we going?
I don't know. I was like filming the vlog, and so I lost track of where.
Turned on.
Okay. But yeah, how are you enjoying your time here in Cardiff?
I like this city a lot.
You like the city a lot. Baby, everyone here is wearing a wrestling shirt, so we need to get you one. So you could either wear one of mine, or I could buy one that you could wear, that I will then just wear after.
Yeah, I only want one for this afternoon. I didn't want one to have to keep and do something with.
But you could get like a Bianca Belair one, and then you could be her number one fan.
I didn't need all that.
So in between wrestling and castle related activities, we decided to check out the market. It is like Seattle. Smells like fish. So we're currently hunting for the WWE Superstore here in Cardiff, where they're going to try to take me of what little money I own just so Rachel can wear a t-shirt. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Do you see where it has that jacket and it says Bulldog on the back and Heart Foundation? Yeah. That is the British Bulldog. In fact, you can see it there. Now, he died in about 2003, but he's probably the most famous English wrestler of all time. Say hello to the people. So we have arrived at Principality Stadium, and that is gate 2 where we need to go to, because we will be in the pleb zone. We are now officially in the queue to go in to the Clash at the Castle. What do you think of the name of Clash at the Castle?
I mean, it's not at the castle, so...
No, it's just wrong.
It's like next to the Clash next to the castle.
Clash next to the castle. And whose side are you on, Romans or Druze?
Druze.
Really? Look at that beast though, he's Roman Reigns, he's the head of the table.
Yeah.
Darling, the bloodline. Samoan.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
Wait, do you like Roman then?
I actually prefer Roman to Drew, but I'll be on Team Drew here. They're all doing Ric Flair things for some reason. If you hear them howling like that, it's in honour of a wrestler called Ric Flair, who I met.
That's good.
And then he got very drunk.
That's good.
Yeah. So at long last we were in the actual venue there at the Principality Stadium, and we could see that there was a trickle of fans starting to turn up because we were really early there to make sure we got to our seats. Now, there was music playing and it's all copyrighted, so we can't use it on YouTube, but in a moment I realised that Rachel wasn't taking photos and she was filming. And as you can see, I now say, oh, you're filming. I'll just do the voiceover here because the music is no good. And I point out that there is a ring down there, probably. And then in a moment, I will point out that there is an entranceway, I promise you. And wait for it, there you go. There's me pointing out the ring. Here's me pointing out the entranceway. I did point out there was a castle, and there I'm pointing it out again. But you get the general gist. I'm just explaining what there is going on there. And with this cool time-lapse video, you'll see how the arena was really starting to fill up. It was very exciting as we finally reached the time for the event. Ding ding. And with the event finally underway, we were able to enjoy all of the action. Well, kind of. It is a 70,000 capacity arena, and we were quite a long way away in the cheap seats, so being able to see who everyone was did mean that occasionally we'd just have to look at the big screen, which was kind of like going to Cardiff just to watch television. But oh well, we got to see Sheamus, we got to see Rey Mysterio, Bianca Belair, Drew McIntyre, Matt Riddle, Edge, loads of great stars, and we almost got the chance to see Drew McIntyre win in his home nation. Well, 2 countries over because he's Scottish, this was Wales, but he's all British. So that was fun, but Drew McIntyre unfortunately didn't win. But it was a fantastic event and one that I would recommend anyone go to the next time WWE is in town. And just like that, with the event over, the ring was starting to be taken down, idiots were jumping into it, and everyone was clearing away from the Clash at the castle. But we had so many good memories. So we just saw Drew McIntyre fail to become WWE Universal Heavyweight Undisputed Champion or something like that. I got the title wrong. But it was good. What did you think?
Really good, yeah, very exciting.
I've got that on tape now, you can't deny that. Right, excellent. No, it was very exciting. Very dramatic at the end. Yay! So normally now I'd say we'll see you next time and we're still jet lagged and loving it, but because I'll probably never be able to say this on the end of an episode again, I just want to say let's wrap things up with Drew McIntyre and Tyson Fury singing American Pie.
Come on in! All together now! American pie. Oh, I shake it to the levee, but the levee was dry. And good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this will be the day that I die. What? This will be the day that I